Stocks 5150. Today I'm going to talk about 5 things that I use when I place an options trade before I place the trade. The first one is the ATR price range. I pull that up on the chart, and here I have ATR. We'll make this bigger so we can see it. And this tells you this is the average true range, and it's the it stands for the average true range of a specific period. So we can see here 321. We see that the price went from, what is that, 97 to 19. So I know that that's the true range. The price went between that range, and you can see here it goes up and down. And that way, that gives you a little insight. It's trailing, but it gives you a little insight as into how much that'll move. You understand? All right. Next thing that I look at, number 2, is price action. Price action is over here with the volume profile. Now we look at volume profile for our price action. And as you can see, the columns go out. The further they go out towards the left, the more people are in, the higher the volume for this specific price. And that's volume profile. And I look at that because, well, it helps me out. The third thing that I look at is volume. Volume is this columns right here. And as you can see, the larger the graph, that's the higher, the more people that are in there at this given time. Like you can see this right here, it ended up being like a doji, I guess that's what they call right there. But a lot of people were pushing it down, but then it ended up being an indecision candle and going right here. And see, the volume fell off, but then we had a change. We tried to one up again. And you can see here, volume picked up, but it wasn't that much. You see here, the next one, volume pushed back down. So I look at the volume so I can gauge how many people, and the volume is the total number of option contracts bought and sold for the day at a particular strike price. The trading volume on options is relative to the volume of the underlying stock. So you should compare your high options volume to the stock's average daily volume. It includes for its origin or how it's going to move. So yeah. The delta, that's the next thing that I look at. Bring this back into my normal. And the delta is right here. Oh, look, the market is open. We're running already. So the delta, you can see here where it's light green. Those are in the money calls and in the money puts. And you see right here, close to the middle, where it's about to be out of the money, the delta is a 5. And then you go up. The higher the delta, the more likely that the price will be in that area. Like you can see right now, the S&P, the price of SPY is 398. So you can see right here is 398. That's right there in the money. 397, it's above, it's below that. So far as a call goes, that's far in the money. As far as a put goes, 399, 400, whatever higher, that's in the money. And then the lower you go, that's out of the money. But that's a whole nother thing though. But I look at my delta because this is, and I usually try to trade depending on what I'm doing and how much money I got, whether I stick right around here like a 5. What I've learned is like a 6, you can't go wrong with a 6 delta. Like you buy that and more than likely you're gonna make some money. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the right direction, that is. And the 5th thing is the theta. Theta stands for time. It's the Greek for time. And theta refers to the rate of decline in the volume of an option over time. So if everything stays the same, then the theta can eat up your profit, because as time goes along, this value will decrease. It's like a clock running down. And this right here tells how fast it'll go down. You can see here it's a -2 theta, 2.6. See, so as time goes, this number here is the increase. If you go further out, it will go out 3 days. See, this theta is a lot lower. So you got time on this. You see this price isn't moving as much. You see it's like 462. It's just hanging out right there. But we go back here to right here, and this theta is jumping. I mean, this price is jumping, and that theta is a lot higher. You understand? All right, so those are the things that I look at before I place a trade. And I'm not always 100% because you got to be picking the right direction as well. But that's where it comes into play, looking at your charts. Zoom out, see where it was yesterday, and try not to get in the beginning of the market. Or if you do, that's because you're a scalper or something.